Ayubowan, Vanakkam, Namaste, and a very good day to everyone. I'm Vimuri Meegoda from Sri Lanka. Today I have the honor of serving you as host on behalf of the International Association for Quality Education and the Ministry of Education, Uva Province, Sri Lanka. The International Professional Development Program for Educators is a joint educational endeavor of the International Association for Quality Education and the Ministry of Education, Uva Province, Sri Lanka, with the collaborative partnership of universities, organizations, schools, and educational leaders from the global community. It is my great pleasure to welcome our esteemed speaker for today's session, Dr. Neeraj Mohan Puri, the principal, Modern Sandipani School, Pathankot. He has over 2 decades of experience in education, dedicating his career to nurturing academic excellence. He specializes in strategic planning, team leadership, curriculum development, and relationship management. As a seasoned researcher and CBSE engagement expert, he strives to create sustainable and inspiring environments. Today, Principal Sir will be delivering a lecture on a very valuable topic. Sir, we are truly delighted to have you with us. On behalf of the International Association for Quality Education, the Ministry of Education, Uva Province, Sri Lanka, and all our participants, I warmly welcome you to this session. We now invite you to begin the presentation. The floor is yours, sir.
Namaskar and wonderful evening to all the erudite, veteran and legendary edu leaders right there at Sri Lanka. This is Dr. Neeraj Mohan Puri. I am extremely delighted to be part of this galaxy of intellectuals. Indeed, I extend my gratitude to Kamal Godaji for extending me an invitation and giving me this opportunity to interact and address the lovely audience. Today's topic on which I will be addressing, it is about stress management. I strongly believe that in this 21st century, where the life has become very taxing, with the penetration and the expansion of technology, easy access of internet, changing lifestyle, and peer pressure, societal pressure, family pressure, it may be your occupational pressure. So there is hardly any area or domain from where an individual is not being pressurized, is not having anxiety or stressed. So I really feel that stress management is one of the 21st century life skills which we need to manage. Daily life throws a lot of bouncers to us. So we are always in a situation of fight or flight. It's all about responding or reacting. So hardly right from any age people, we can take the children from primary level, maybe middle level, adolescents, teenagers, adults, and even those who are in the evening of their life. There is hardly any person on this planet who can escape from stress. So stress indirectly somewhere has become part and parcel of our life. So it becomes very important that how you manage the stress and you stay cool, composed. So with your due permission, I would love to share my screen so that we can formally go ahead with the presentation. Madam, please let me know if whether my screen is visible and am I audible to all?
Yes, sir, you're audible and the screen is visible, sir.
Thank you very much. So with your due permission, I would love to start the presentation. So first session, we'll be talking about stress. I believe that we all are comfortable with the chat box. I would try that we can have this session as much engaging as we can, because I am not going to present something out of the box. This is something which all of us are experiencing in our lives. and let us try to exchange our point of view, understand each other's ideology. And so I would appreciate if all of you remain active through the chat box. So may I understand from all of you that what is stress according to you? If in one word you have to define stress, what is stress according to you? In one word. You may please use the chat box so that it remains a very healthy, interactive session where we can try to have the inputs and do learning from each other. Because learning is a never-ending process. It's an ongoing process. All of us have our own perspectives and we must respect each other's perspectives. So first session, we'll be discussing about the introduction, need and importance of stress management. I have already set a tone for the day. So, okay, I have some responses like unhealthy mental unhealthiness. Great. So few of the responses we already have here on the screen in the chat box. Thank you very much for your participation. So I would be very happy if you will keep on sharing your insights along with. Undoubtedly, stress is a hormonal change. Stress is a kind of situation when, when we are not able to cope up with something as it was planned. So then it is likely that some kind of a pressure, we can call it as an anxiety, we can call it as a situation when we are not at ease or discomfort. So these are some of the terms which which can represent stress. I'll be sharing one more something on the screen here. So please share your inputs about that, what you can make it from this. What is your perception from this image? I would admire the participation from the participants. That would make this today's session very, very interactive, engaging. What can you make it from this image? All right, great. Very nicely, someone has quoted that too many commitments. Exactly. There's a strain. Wonderful. So everybody will have the different perspective to it. See, when we are not able to meet the deadlines, when we are enveloped with several commitments, then it is likely that we would also be facing such kind of situation where we are under stress. There is a pressure. It may be a time pressure. It may be the aspirations which others have from us. It is the expectations which others are having from us. So this is how stress creeps into our life. Here are some alarming facts which are from, of course, India, because I designed this presentation for Indian audience, but more or less the statistics would be close. There may be some deviation from country to country or state to state, it varies. So it shows that 65% of the Indians suffer from stress. Stress increases the chance of heart attack by 4 folds. So it's really a whooping number, my dear friends. Stress-induced cardiac problems have been doubled in the last 15 years. And 25% of all Delhi employees view their jobs as number one cause of stress. See, we all spend most of our time at our workstation, wherever we work. So the statistics and the studies have revealed that the job creates huge stress in our life. Moving on, the stress is actually, as I said in the beginning, it is a hormonal response. And the facts also shows that female are more prone to stress as compared to male. So there is no bias on that. This is all on the basis of the research and studies. So stress makes you feel hot. These are some of the symptoms of the stress. During stress, you may sweat a lot. How many of you have experienced these symptoms? I would again request all of you, please keep the chat box live. So keep participating, keep sharing. Here are a few pointers which are mentioned on your screen, like stress leads to insomnia. Many of you would have experienced when you are very much stressed. Let us say that in your school tomorrow you have an annual function, or you have parent-teacher meeting, or there is a big gathering. I'm very sure that last night always is a sleepless night. When you are not able to sleep comfortably for lot many days, or it becomes a regular practice, then it leads to a disease which is called as insomnia, where you have sleepless nights. When we are not able to take a complete nap of 7 to 8 hours, that's a situation of insomnia, and stress is one of the reasons which triggers insomnia. Stress also decreases your immunity to fight with the diseases, and stress leads to breathing disorder. So may I know from the participants here, how many of these things you have ever experienced in your life? I'm very sure that there would be no one in this meeting who would have not encountered the stress of one kind of another kind. So stress is, or I must say that stress has somehow become an integral part of our life. But it is again an art, as we are discussing today, that how we can cope with the stress, can live a stress-free life. Though you cannot isolate or separate yourself from the stress, it will remain there in your life. But whether it reflects on your body or on your actions, it is the stress management. So as the meeting will progress, we'll be discussing about various techniques, how you can stay stress-free and how you can make your life more comfortable. Yes, so I am grateful that you are continuously participating. So most of you have experienced that, yes, stress is part of life and your body feels hot, you sweat a lot, you have a sleepless nights, and it definitely impacts our immunity. So in this session, we'll talk about the stress management. So stress is something that just now we discussed that all of us is experiencing. So how to cope with it is very, very important, that everyone needs to master for the mental well-being. It is for physical, psychological, sociological well-being. Even mental well-being is being taken largely in the schools and is becoming a part of our curriculum. We need to make our children also uh, feel mentally healthy. So we have to strategize that how we can look, and we can plan some strategies where we can make our children have healthy mental well-being and they are free from stress. Those who do not learn and use appropriate stress management techniques will definitely experience variety of negative effects, like they may have some kind of damaged personal relationships. When you spoil your relationships with someone just because you are in stress, you are not able to devote time to your family, we are not able to strike balance between your personal and your professional life. These all things induce stress in our life. You will always look fatigued, you will be tired, and it will ultimately impact your productivity, your performance will plunge. And this is a vicious trap and a circle in which, like a swamp, जैसे दलदल होती है. I think we all are comfortable with English. Madam, can I have a response or in chat box? Should I blend it English in the mix, or we are comfortable with English? Mm, because see, the purpose of this workshop or this training, you all are investing your precious time at this late evening. And if I'm not able to connect with you, I'm not able to, transfer my ideas just because of a language barrier. So then definitely the purpose of this meeting will be lost. Thank you very much. So I got it that you all are comfortable with English, so I'll continue in English itself. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. talking about health is equal to mental well-being. So UNO, this WHO, World Health Organization, defines health as a state of complete physical, social, and mental well-being, and not merely being absence of disease. In simple words, we can say, if I say that I am physically fit, I don't have any blood pressure, any thyroid, or any kind of stomach ache, any headache, any cardiac related disease, that does not means that I am healthy. When you are, these all are physical attributes. Suppose every time I am having a stress, I am having anxiety, I don't love talking to people. I love seclusion, I love darkness, but physically I am fit, I don't have any disease. So we cannot consider that I am a healthy person. So to be healthy means that you should not only be physically healthy, you should be mentally, socially, physically also healthy. So that is what actually health and mental well-being means. So within the context of wealth promotion, health has been considered less as an abstract state and more that means can be expressed in a functional term as a resource. We all are very important resources. There are five types of resources: man, money, machine, material, and method. So out of all this, human resources, one of the potent and most productive resource. So we as a human resources need to take care of our mental well-being along with our physical fitness also. So the key message, what we want to discuss today is that life will keep on throwing challenges at all the times. When you start right from the dusk till dawn, when you start your day, you wake up, there will be some challenges you'll be facing at home. When you go to your workstation, there will be a lot of problems, a lot of challenges. You will encounter, there will be so many issues. And you will resolve all this today, tomorrow again, you will have innumerable problems. So they are part and parcel of our life. We cannot, as I said, the problems, the challenges are just like the shadow. And you will be only free when we are in a coffin. Before that, it's not possible. But yes, you have to learn the techniques that how you combat, how you overcome this stress and the challenges. So all of us should try to meet these challenges in our own way. Given a problem, maybe Kamal Goda, maybe Tyagi ji, and other every one of this few people, I am aware about this in the meeting. So all of you will have different styles, different strategy of addressing the problems, of resolving the conflicts. So it varies from person to person. So life challenges are not necessarily stressful, but must depend on how we view them. See, when you have a glass of water which is half filled or half of the water is empty or has been consumed, it is your perception how you take it. There may be someone who will consider ki it is half empty, whereas others, they will think it is half filled. There is a very important quote and very popular quote. Normally we say कि अगर समुंदर से एक बूंद पानी की निकाल लें तो समुंदर को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. That's a perception. But on the contrary to it, I believe that if from ocean we take one drop, we I think so that today ocean is one drop less. So this is your perception, how you perceive the things. Some people get annoyed, they get perturbed the moment they face any problem or the challenge. Very simple. Let us say you got ready, you woke up, you were ready to go to your office. The moment you turned on the ignition of the car, on the way the car's tire got punctured. Now it is your approach. You have a meeting to address or you have to reach on time. Now it is a situation of fight and flight. If a person who is with a progressive and growth mindset, he would not ponder over the problem. He will not curse his destiny. He will not start complaining to God, ki, oh God, what happened? Why me always? Why this problem has happened? Rather than thinking about the problem, a person with growth oriented mindset will immediately start finding for the solutions. So if you are thinking time and again of the problem, you are triggering and stimulating the stress. And if you immediately directed your nervous system, your mind that yes, start finding the solutions and alternative to these problems, you will never be stressed. So this is one of the life skill, and this is one of the tactics. Let us say, like I'm addressing to all of you, all of a sudden, suppose the electricity goes off. Suppose I lose the internet connection. So I should not get panic. Or my PPT gets, say, damaged or destroyed. So we should immediately start finding the solutions to the problem or to the challenge rather than pondering and thinking about the problem or disease or that issue time and again. So to meet the life challenges successfully, one must learn the ways to manage stress. So there are both effective and ineffective ways of managing stress. It is up to us how we manage. Let's understand in detail, theoretically and medically, what stress means. So stress is a state of your mind and body, how you respond to a real life challenge, threat, or a problem. Just now, I have given you a real life example that in case you have a problem, you as a principal are sitting in your office, and all of a sudden you come to know that one child has run away or the child has escaped from the school. Now, it is, your skill, it is your experience, whether you will get panicked, whether you will start sweating, you will start grueling, crumbling over your stuff, or you will immediately start your thought process that now how to face that challenge. Given that situation, what are the various alternatives available with me? Should I immediately inform the parents? Or should I just check CCTV cameras? Or should I prepare my no immediate rescue team, that I make a team of 4 or 5 members who are sent in different directions of the city. Some it's a team of teachers, one should be sent to railway station, bus stand, or all the exit points. So these are the no skills. This is the testing time when your patience, when your skills, efficiency, your competency will be checked. That how you resolve the problem. So this is if someone is a person who is tactful, he will immediately start finding the solutions. And out of all the best alternatives, will immediately decide about the best alternative. Whereas, on the other hand, it is a very stressful situation if you start thinking ki how it happened, why he has flown away, call the teacher, call the guard, start checking CCTV cameras. We are wasting our time and unduly you are stimulating that stress hormones. So this is why it is said ki it is a state of mind and your body, how you respond or you react to a situation. So let us say a teacher brought a child to you that, sir, this child is regularly missing on the notes. He's not maintaining his notes every day. He's not bringing the copies. You immediately slap the child. So that is your reaction. Rather than you try to investigate, delve deep into it, ki what are the causes or what are the reasons? What is the background of the child? Why is he behaving like that? So you took some time, you did some investigations, you interacted with the child, you tried to find out the background of the child. So that is how you respond to a situation. When you respond to a situation, you will never have a stress. But whenever you react to a situation, always stress will be triggered. So moving on, the threat, the event or change are commonly called the stressors. I said this all situations, a child has run away, like the parents are not depositing the fees, the students are not performing good, the behavioral challenges which children are displaying, the children are reticent, absenteeism, not performing, not responding in the classroom, argumentating. So these all are the threats or these are the stressors which will definitely boost or enhance the stress. This is internal system and there are external. Like when something is happening inside your thoughts, when you overthink about a situation, when you feel insecure about a situation, ki whether like my principal is not happy with me, my chairman is not happy with me, my students are not happy with me, whether they are happy, they are not, how will be my performance? So these all are your internal thoughts, your beliefs, your attitude towards the problems. So these are internal stressors. And there are some external stressors which are beyond our control, on which you cannot have a control. Like it can be the change in the policies. Let us say education minister has changed certain policies. There is a new education policy now. So in education policy, there are several changes. So this is an external thing which is not within your control. Suppose you all of a sudden fall sick. Let us say the school management has been changed. The policies and practices have been changed. So there can be natural calamities. These all are some of the external sources of the stress, which are beyond our control and management. So stress is actually a consequences of an interactions. Stress is adaptive behavior process. So please pay attention on this term adaptive behavior. By birth, we do not get the stress. So as we grow older, as we move in the society. So this adaptive and behavior, what it means is we acquire the stress. Stress is not something which is inherent. It is not which by birth we got it, but it are the circumstances in which we are growing, in which we are working, in which we are living, in which we are surviving. So these all as an external agents, they create stress and we start acquiring it. Acquiring means we adopt it. We start adapting it. We make it a way of life. Or choti se choti cheez like ki there are some people who get stressed off for nothing and for everything. Even for small instances, they will be stressed out. They will lose their cool, they'll get perturbed, they will lose their temper. So if any problem you are stuck with, first and foremost thing is you should always stay cool-headed. Because if you start grumbling, if you start reacting, you will never find solution to any of the problems. So we should always have very healthy approach towards any kind of problem, and you should admit it and accept it that challenges, problems will remain there with you throughout your life. Every day you may resolve several conflicts, but again next day you will have many new issues to be solved. Sometimes the nature is same, other times nature is different. Why don't we take problems as a real life learnings for us? Because whenever any challenge will crop up, definitely you will find a solution to it and you become more learned, we become more seasoned, we become more mature. So problems should be welcomed. We should always take them as blessings rather than always cursing it. We should not say to God, why me? In fact, you should say, God, try me. Because the more you will resolve the problems, more knowledgeable you will become. Your IQ level, your SQ level, your EQ level, your AQ level, this all would increase. So AQ is your adversity quotient, IQ is your intelligent quotient, SQ is your social quotient, and EQ is your emotional quotient. So the world was earlier aware about only one quotient, that was IQ. It was only IQ which was generally tested in interviews during your job placements, but it was a period of Corona when the world realized that other than IQ, there are several other quotients which are important for us. So your adversity quotient, your emotional quotient, your social quotients are equally important and are at par with your intelligence quotient. They make you a complete package, a complete personality who can always resolve the problems and lead the organization in a better way. So those who experience stress, they will selectively perceive the information and fixate on a single approach to a problem, overestimate how fast the time passes, adopt a crisis mentality, consult and listen to the others less. These all are, you can say, the approaches when a person is not able to peacefully resolve the conflicts. A person who is not having strong stress management skills, so he will always be facing these kind of problems and challenges. He will always be having a deteriorating health, which can never work peacefully. His performance will plunge. So to conclude this first small session, Stress is your mind and body's response, as we have already understood, and internal and external, these are the major two triggers or stressor factors. We have already discussed in detail about it. Now, next is some myths and misconceptions regarding the stress. Some people think that stress is always negative and bad. No, my dear, it's not like that. How many of you agree that stress, there is a good stress and there is a bad stress? How many of you agree or believe that stress can lead to something good also? May I have some responses in the chat box? How many of you think that the stress, those who agree with me, they please type A, and those who do not agree, they please write D, that is disagree. So all of you have the liberty at any point of time. As I said, we have different perceptions. So all of you reserve the right to disagree with me on any of the things, because you may have your different understanding about the concept and the topic. Yes. So most of you agree with me that stress is good also. How it is good? Now let me first of all project the another aspect of stress. So far we have been discussing that stress as a negative element, like a villain. The way there is a villain in a movie. So similarly, stress is taken as a negative aspect or a negative character, which puts us into anxiety, which puts us into discomfort, which increases our blood pressure, which makes us uncomfortable. But at the same time, my dear friends, stress has a positive aspect also. If suppose you have to perform tomorrow in a competition and you are preparing for it, you have a stress, but here the stress is for doing something better. If you are decided and determined to do something, so that's again a positive approach that would make you a better leader. So stress is not always negative in all the situations of life. It depends what type of situation it is. Now, just to let you know, hardly 20 minutes ago, like at 7:30, I received a call that I'm supposed to take this session today. So what do you think? I would have got stressed with this call that I have not prepared at all. I was not being told. Now there is a situation, and this is a real life situation I'm discussing with you. So all of a sudden at 7:30, you get a call. At India, we have 7:30 p.m. It's almost like no late in the evening. So you get a call that you have to take a session, that also an international session with all the intellectual, uh, erudite, learned people will be there. So what do you think would have been my state of mind? I just was very cool, very calm, and very composed. I said it's perfectly fine. I proposed few of the topics on which I'm ready, I can talk about. I took just 10 minutes to get ready so that I can check my presentation and I can run through. And I'm here presenting it in front of all of you. So this is an approach. This is again a real life example, which I've shared with you, all my dear friends, that it is how you take stress. I take it as an opportunity that, yes, I'm getting a chance to address the international audience. So it's a matter of honor, pride, and privilege for me, rather than started thinking, I have not done even a single preparation. My presentation is not ready. What would happen? I may not fumble, I may not forget, or I should refuse it. I said it is a fight or flight kind of a situation. So sometimes whenever you are into an awkward situations, I said just now, it is a kind of a blessing. You should always look forward ki, like, no, this makes you a more refined person and a better personality. So, sir, it's an approach. Someone has written, I would have messed up. Uh, there's nothing to worry about it in life. You should always happily accept the challenges so that, this will make you a better leader, a more refined individual. So let's continue this session. So myths and misconceptions regarding the stress. If you cannot stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. See, we cannot blame the science and technology. We cannot blame the nuclear science that it destroys. It is up to us how we use the technology. Technology can be used for constructive purpose also, as well as for destruction also. So it's not the load that breaks you down, but it's the way you carry it. So just now I have shared you the my experience and shared an anecdote with all of you that the situation will either break you or it will make you. So it is up to you how you take that particular situation. First myth is that stress is same for everybody. So let me tell you, if we are 56 or 60 people sitting here in this meeting, so if a same problem is given to all of us, it is not how that all of us would be stressed with equal amount, or our reaction or our response will be the same. So keep it into mind that stress level varies, stress pattern varies, and how we would respond or how we would resolve that also varies from person to person. As just now shared, the stress is not always bad. Some stress is a good stress also. If I am stressed that I have to improve my handwriting, if I am stressed that I have to score good marks, if I am stressed that tomorrow I have to run better, if I am stressed that yes, my presentation should be good, so that is not a negative stress, because somehow that will help me explore my better, no, some other things. It will help me in becoming a better version of myself. So that would definitely help me revolutionizing and upgrading my skills. So stress is everywhere, but you cannot do anything about it. As I said, you can never escape from the stress. Everywhere, wherever you will go in life, you will find stress. Stress is at home, stress is in office, stress is in society. Even if you go, you know, one more thing. What is your take on social media? This is a very hot topic which we should discuss and even debate about. I treat that social media is generating all your Facebook, your Instagrams, they generate envy. It generates somewhere hatred. Reason is when you post someone, any one of us post anything, we always start looking for the likes. Let us say Mr. Kamal Goda has posted something and he got 1000 likes. I posted something, any of my achievement, I got only 50 likes. So definitely unduly I will be stressed. So similarly, we get stressed by seeing others' achievements. We get stressed by looking at, when people boast their happiness, their new material possession. Someone has purchased a car, new house, he has got a better job, he has changed his job position, he has got a better title, he has been appreciated, rewarded, and people start posting it on the social media. And we, when are having some less accomplishments, we feel stressed. We feel, again, jealousy. So social media indirectly is also, there was a research study on it, which has proven that the social media is generating ill will, envy, and jealousy. It is making people distressed. So anyway, the most popular techniques for reducing stress are the best ones. No symptoms, no stress. And sometimes we say ki my body is not reflecting. As in the beginning, we said that being physically fit does not means you are healthy. So here the point number fifth says that no symptoms, no stress. That means if you are looking at me that I am looking very fresh, and I'm very comfortably interacting with all of you, I seem to be very fit and fine physically, that does not means ki I may not have stress. If I talk again, second real life example, at present I'm in my office and I am leading a boarding school. So we have 150 students in our boarding house. Examinations are going on. So At present, from 8:30 to 9:30, we have an additional class for residential students. So while interacting with you, somewhere back end, processing is going on whether all teachers have reported their classrooms or not, whether all the students have settled down or not, whether they are studying or not. So these all thoughts alongside while I'm talking, interacting, and addressing with you, they are running somewhere in my back end, in the mind. So that does not means that you see someone very appealing, very charming, very uh, gorgeous, dashing, voluptuous. That does not means that the person may not have a stress. But it's up to you. Your body, your facial expressions should not reflect that you are stressed. So stress is part and parcel of our life. We should learn that it should never be reflected from our actions as well as from our body. So this is an adaptive behavior which we talked in the previous slides. I have adapted it in my life. So nothing makes me stressful now. Any of the challenge it may come, any worst of the worst situation it may occur, it may happen. One should learn how to stay cool and composed. So that is how you manage the stress in your life and you lead a very, very peaceful life. So a person's understanding of stress and its management is largely influenced by their perception. This is what I was discussing a while ago, ki how you will tackle to the situations that would definitely make you a competent person. So myths and preconceptions about the stress always create a threat for all of you, and it's a hindrance. Now, coming next, in this session, we'll be discussing what are the sources of stress, how stress comes, from where the stress comes. We talked there are two major elements, internal and external, with our thought, with our belief, and there are some external things which are beyond our control. So let's discuss it at large. So too much change, first thing is change. Again, how many of you agree with me? Type A if you agree, type D if you don't agree with me, you disagree. How many of you honestly feel that whenever there's a change in your routine life or in your lifestyle, it creates stress? Let us say you were a fifth grade teacher, you were teaching mathematics for last 2 years. Now in 26 on this academic session, your principal has told, no, now you will not be teaching fifth class, you'll be teaching third class. You have been a class teacher for grade 10th for almost 3 years. Now you have been all of a sudden told that you will be class teacher of grade 9th. Let us say earlier you were teaching environmental science. Now you have been given English. Or suppose you have been sent from one branch to the another branch. So how many of you think that these all were the examples of changes in your real life? How many of you think that you will be stressed out? Do you agree with me that you will be stressful? I would appreciate your replies so that I should not feel I'm talking to a screen. I'm talking to the human beings. So that would even, that will be motivation for me. Your participation will stimulate my energy. Thank you very much. I really admire and appreciate your participation. So all of us agree that whenever there is a change in life, we all immediately get stressed out because change is something which is permanent and change is something which often human beings resist. It is the tendency and the human psychology that whenever there is a change in life, you will be always stressed. Even if suppose the route which you have been following from your home to your workplace, what route you have been daily following. Now, let us say on a given fine day, you started from your home. On the way, you found the road is blocked and they have changed the route. So immediately you will be stressed out. So immediately you will start cursing. So this is how the stress comes in. We have not learned actually resilience. The only one thing, the only one solution to be stress-free in life is to become resilient and to have perseverance. The day we all start practicing these two things, to stay calm and to stay resilient and express gratitude to the Almighty for whatever is happening in your life, good or bad. The day you will start practicing these three things, ki whatever situation may come, you would not react, you will stay cool, you will think about the problem solution, not about the problem. You'll become a strong person. The day you become grateful to the God, okay, whatever has happened, it's your wish and it's for my betterment. No worries. I'll face it, I'll manage it. Whatever is happening, whatever comes to me, I take it happily. And when you have patience, when you have perseverance, you are determined. Yes, there is a way out, there is a solution to it. I can bet upon, I can give you in writing, you will never find stress in your life. So, stress can be caused by pleasant and unpleasant episodes. See, let us say, uh, just as I said, when I come to know at 7:30, I have to give a presentation. For me, it was a pleasant event. It was not an unpleasant. Maybe for someone, it would have been unpleasant event. When your car has broken down on your way, so it is an unpleasant moment for you. Maybe the bus has broken down, you were to take a flight, you were to attend a wedding, you have booked a train, you have booked a ticket for the air, but that flight got cancelled. Now, what would happen? No, what's the fun of cursing in that situation and cribbling? What would happen if you will start blaming the system, the airway authorities, and whatnot? What would happen? Will that set the things right? Rather, you will become more irritated with that situation. So stay cool, stay composed, take it happily, take it as another opportunity. You never know. Many a times we have seen that such kind of situation, sometimes there is an unpleasant thing which happened. You missed a flight, maybe the flight got crashed. We have really heard this kind of news. And no, some time ago also, when this the flight, there was an airline from America which got crashed. Only one person survived in it. So that was the person. There was a lady who missed the flight. Sometimes it happens a person has missed a flight, missed a train, and there is a road accident, there's a train accident, there is a air crash. So that time we express our thankfulness to the God. Thank God I missed my flight or I missed my train. So there is nothing unpleasant. It is your approach. But these pleasant and unpleasant things makes you stressful. So the cause of stress may not be always apparent. As I said, it is not visible always. Stress may be visible, may not be. So usually stress is a result of build-up related and unrelated events. So there are certain events which happens all of a sudden, which we did not predict it. All of a sudden guests came in, like all of a sudden inspection called in. So all of a sudden your principal called you, your chairman called you. So these are some of the related and unrelated events which happen in our life and we become stressed. So often your strengths, reaction to the stress can be emotional, physical, and behavioral. How you respond to the situation, so that varies. So major stressors like some is time stressor. When we procrastinate the things, one of the enemy of stress or one of the agent, I must say, which generates stress is procrastination. Procrastination means when we are in habit of putting things on back burner. When we do not finish today's task today, then the stress comes. So here it is a time stressor. Let us say you as a teacher, your principal has told you on today is like, if we talk about today is 17th of September, your principal has given you a notification or a circular that on 30th of September you have to submit your lesson plan for the month of October, or you have to submit your term 2 syllabus. Now we take a case study. There are two people, Mr. A and Mr. B. So today the circular has come. Mr. A started working today itself. He decided that every day, either in my free period, one of the free periods, I will only dedicate to this task. He has given himself a deadline, though principal has given a deadline of 30th, but he has himself given him a deadline of 25th of September. He decided that in 8 days I'll finish it. So definitely that person he will try and he will consistently work towards his goal. Whereas Mr. B, he thought of, okay, still there are today 17, 30th, there are almost 2 weeks or there is a fortnight. So I'll start doing it. I'll do it tomorrow. Again, tomorrow he was engaged in something else. He got an adjustment. He could not start it. Thought, okay, I'll do next day. Next day, he has some family commitments. He could not do it. Next day, he has fallen sick. Next day, there was a holiday declared. So, do you think that he will be able to meet his deadline? And what do you think will happen with Mr. B and Mr. A? I want the response of both the situations, whether Mr. A will be stressed or Mr. B will be stressed, and why Mr. B will be stressed and why Mr. A will not be stressed. Please write your responses in the chat box. There is Mr. A, Mr. B, both have same deadline. Mr. A made his own deadline. Mr. Dilshad ji is saying that both will be stressed. Can you further explain, Mr. Dilshad? How do you think both will be stressed? Why Mr. A will be stressed? He instantly sat down, he set his deadline that instead of 30th, I will try to finish it by 25. He has a proper plan which he chopped out in a very organized way. He started working daily basis. So in a very cool, in a very composed, in a very organized, immaculately planned way, he will be able to finish his task. Whereas if we talk about Mr. B, so he has been pushing the things. So when you come closer to the deadline, and when you keep on putting the things, as I said, on back burner, you keep on delaying the things. So there are chances that definitely you will be stressed, your workload will increase. Same we need to guide to our students also in their daily life. Now, what children's psychology is, every day they do not make a timetable at home. Now, this is a tip which you should always share with your students. A very, very prominent suggestion which you can give to the students. The secret of success is consistency. When you do constant and consistent efforts, success is always guaranteed. Your academics or in your real life, you will always be hit, you will always be successful. Your victory is for sure. Now, you need to tell to your children that daily you have a timetable in a school, your English, Hindi, social science, mathematics, whatever subject you offer in your country to the students. So they may have 6, 7, or 8 periods every day. In school, they have a proper timetable. So every teacher comes and delivers their lecture, they dictate the notes. But when the children go back at home, they never have a consistent approach. To make it more lucid, what normally children do is they will go home, they will devote only 1 hour to compensate that 5 hours or 6 hours school studies. One problem. Second wrong thing which they do is they will not follow a consistent approach. Means today the child decided I will study only maths. Next day only science. Next day only mathematics. So what is happening? Teacher is every day giving new notes and his work is piling up. Today only 3 pages were dictated, or today only 5 question answers were dictated by a science teacher. If I will go home with a systematic approach, I learned that 5 questions today itself. Next day, teacher dictated 5 more. I learned that also subsequent day 5. Now I am at par. I will never be stressed whenever exams will approach. And daily, I have a timetable at home where I devote maybe half an hour science, half an hour maths, half an hour another subject. Next day, again, half an hour, 3 subjects. So I have divided my school's timetable parallel with my home timetable where I am daily revising or repeating 50% of the subjects every day basis. Don't you think that I would be definitely not have any stress whenever exams will approach? I will be very, very patient. I will be very well prepared. Whereas other child who was daily studying one subject. So when next week mathematics turn will come, by that time there will be a pile of pages. Similarly, as a class teacher, now I'll give you another very important example of your life, which a mistake teachers do. I have come across some teachers. See, on an average, every teacher will be taking 5 lectures per day. That means the teacher is teaching 5 classes. If the teacher is teaching 5 classes and in each class there are 30 students, that means 150 students teacher is addressing daily. Now there is an approach how a copy checking has to be done. Most of the time, copy checking is a gray area where the children mistakes are overlooked because teachers, they just tick, they never highlight the errors, they never do proofreading properly, they will never read what the child has written. So the mistakes are not looked after, and when the exams or class tests are conducted, then teacher checks it very immaculately, very carefully, and then they deduct the marks of the students. But the child has learned what you have dictated in the copy. There you have ticked it. So here, what problem I wanted to address is that sometimes some teachers an approach that they have fixed. Let us say I'm teaching grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, one section of each class, any subject. So I have decided that Monday I will check grade 1 copies, Tuesday I will check grade 2nd copy, Wednesday I'll check 3rd grade, then Friday I will check like this, one day, one class. That means my 1 week's work will get pending when again first class turn will come next week. So why not in my free periods, everyday basis, I keep on checking. Then I will be able to check it very carefully. Reason is on a given day, I have to check 30 copies and maybe 2 or 3 pages. But when I have fixed it, after 3 days I will check, that means I will have to check 10 or 12 pages of per child's copy. Definitely, I will not be able to do justice with my job and then quickly, blindly, I will mark the text and mistakes will be overlooked. Children will learn with the same mistakes. So this is a bad approach. So this is here what time stressor wants to indicate it. You can see the pile of work. When same day's task is not completed on the given day, we postpone it to the next day, the work will keep on piling up and then definitely we will be stressed out. That is over workload. We say कि I'm overloaded with the work. We only create that situation for us. Second is encounters stressors like role conflict, issue conflict, and action conflicts. Sometimes we just get annoyed what people think about me, what people talk about me. That also brings stress in our life. It is a human tendency again. People are in habit of doing backbiting. Work politics will always stay. You go to any country, either it is a developed country, it's underdeveloped country, it's a developing country. Go to any organization, may it be the best top 5 companies or just new startups. Everywhere, work politics will be there. People will have their own ideas, they'll have their own opinions about us. So their opinions should not deter you. Their opinions should not disturb your peace of mind, what they think about you, what they say about you, what they talk about you. These also leads to some or other kind of stresses. When we talk about role conflicts, sometimes our roles are swapped. Like as I said, ki you were promoted, you were demoted, your subjects were exchanged. You were a coordinator earlier, now you're not a coordinator, or earlier you were a coordinator of a primary wing, now you have been made coordinator of kindergarten wing, or you have been made a coordinator of middle wing or secondary wing. So these roles also creates a conflict in our life because we do not happily accept the change. And that creates stress in our body. So that hormones are, sad hormones are produced in our body. Next is situational stressors. Like, as I said, suppose your workplace is shifted, your house is shifted, your mode of commuting is shifted, the conditions are different, you are experiencing some health issues. So these all leads to some or other kind of stress in our life. So stress is a part of life. There are three major, that is physical, psychological, and social stresses. There can be the reasons for stress in one's life, that is life events, everyday hazards. Sometimes all of a sudden you come across a very sad news. We lose a job, we lose the source of income, we lose any of our family member. So these are called traumatic events in our life, which can definitely trigger stress in our life. So these are again part and parcel of life. We as an individual have to pass through all these phases of life. The one who has born has to die one day. So mind should be ready. You should always be prepared. When your mind is prepared for the worst, then you will never be stressed out. Never. Nothing can put you into stress if you have decided, you are very clear in your mind, ki yes, these all things are likely to happen in my life. I will be aging with the passage of time. My source of income may reduce. I may be physically unfit at the times. I may lose my friends. I may lose my parents. I may lose my very close associates. So when your mind is prepared for the worst things in life, you will always be a happy, cheerful person who do not get impacted by any adverse situation in your life. So this is how we can decode the stress and response and its impacts. First, stressor, like as we discussed, there is a situation. That's the situation is unpleasant situation. So it may lead to some psychological, sociological, physical danger to your life. How you perceived it. When I said ki just now you got a message ki you have lost someone in your family, very close in your life. So now this was something traumatic situation. How your mind started processing about it. So that is how you perceive it. And then automatically, if you are a balanced person, you will stay cool, you will stay composed, you will just remind your mind that this is a phenomena of life. This is likely to happen. Then you will not have anxiety, you will not have any kind of stress, but you will manage the situation very peacefully. On the other hand, if you start weeping loudly, you start shouting, then there's a danger, there's a threat. Automatically you will have stress, you'll have tension, you'll have palpitations, your BP may shoot up. There is a chance that you may get a cardiac arrest, so you may have a dizziness. So these situations may put you into threat. So like these are some stress defense mechanisms, either aggression, regression, repression, withdrawal, or fixation. That is how you would try to combat the situation. Just now I have given you an instance key, you got a very sad news. So if in case you becomes aggressive, so it's likely that your palpitation, your heartbeat will definitely be shooted. So there's no point to show the aggression. There's a regression means when you use behavior that's successful at an earlier time. Means someone has shared with you, Kiji, yes, this is a way to solve the problem. So you would be just normalized. Then there is a repression where you deny that the stress exists. Means you are a kind of a person who never no get disturbed, never get perturbed by any kind of situation. So you're very neutral personality. So that is a situation where you have repression, where you show the defense mechanism is repression kind. Then there's a withdrawal situation where you leave the stressful situation, means there is a situation where some fight has occurred, or there is a situation where there's a fire, an accident has happened. You leave that situation at all from there. You don't witness that situation. You don't become part of it. So that is a withdrawal, stress defense mechanism. Then there is a fixation, which is last, that is it persists in response regardless of the effectiveness. Means you will try to fix it to the best of your knowledge, that how you can contribute to it, how you can fix that problem. So these are some of the stress defense mechanisms. So, uh, that I talked about resiliency. Resiliency means staying cool, staying calm, not getting disturbed, that nothing should create a problem for you. So these are some of the consequences of stress if you regularly take stress. So your immunity, You can have some cardiovascular related problems. There'll be a lot of viral. Your immunity level will go down. You'll become very irritated personality. You will lose your appetite. You will start loving seclusion. You will not love to get connected and associated with the people. You will have a burnout and very severe and hazardous diseases you may attract in your life. So we are towards the last session, that is how to manage. So far, we have been talking about, what is the stress, what causes the stress, so external, internal factors. And now let's finally check it out, ki how we can manage the stress. And then we'll be closing the session. So the objectives here like eliminate stress, develop resilience, and cope temporarily with the stress. How we can do that? So first is managing time effectively. If you are a person who have a very well structured calendar, a timetable, as I said, when you do today's thing on today, when you do not postpone the things, you do a proper time management. All of us have only 24 hours in a day. When you have a very well planned day, yes, disasters, problems, they never keep any timetable. They can come anytime. They come uninvited. Never a problem will tell you ki yes, tomorrow the problem will happen, or 9 o'clock problem will happen, or 10 p.m. problem will happen. It can happen anytime. But when you're managing your time effectively, so that means you will be able to almost eliminate stress in your life, which comes due to the extra workload, which comes due to the delay in submission of your assignments, your commitments, and whatever roles, responsibilities are assigned to you. If you have a fixed timetable for doing the things, so then never you will be stressed. Next is emotional intelligence. I talked about EQ, emotional quotient. We all should be having the emotions. When we are able to contain, control our emotions, as I said, if you heard or you learned about any sad, unpleasant news, so you should know how to cope emotionally. You should be very, very patient at that time rather than busting into the tears and started weeping very loudly. So we should know that how we can manage our emotions. A well-managed emotional person can always escape the uh, stress, can always delay the stress. Then there is an irrational belief that I'm always late, I cannot do anything right. These are some of the perceptions we have given to ourselves. And these are, the way a teacher labels the students. We as a teacher sometimes start labeling the students. We say you're not good for anything. You are very lazy. You always make excuses. You are always late. You are never on time. You are duffer. You are not good for anything. You will never be successful in life. So these are some of the labels which as a teachers we give to students. Similarly, we also are labeled by the society, by our peer, by our seniors, by our juniors. So we also start accepting their point of view. This is known as irrational belief. People think about you and you accept it. Yes, I am always late. I cannot do things rightly. I'm not intelligent. Someone else is more intelligent. I cannot be promoted. I will not get promotion. I may be demoted. So this is all hearsay when you start believing on what others have an opinion about you. So then you become a weak person and you will be always unduly stressed. So rather irrational you believes you should substitute with your, with your rational, that you are not always late. Sometimes you may be late. It can happen with anyone. Yes, sometimes there can a mistake can happen from everyone, even your boss, your chairman, your director, the prime minister of country, your grandfather, your forefathers. At any age and stage, every one of us do mistakes. And mistakes should be happily accepted. We should even teach our students and even the principals, if they are here, if we have education minister sitting here in this session, the people who are the helm of the affairs in this education domain, we should celebrate failures also. We often celebrate success or winners, those who are victorious. We celebrate their victories. But whenever anyone is not scoring good or is not performing good, we start condemning them. So there is no one on this planet who can say, I never failed in my life. So failure here does not means academically failing, not securing 33% marks, or not qualifying an examination. Failure means maybe as an education minister, I have passed a bill or have taken a decision which was not appropriate. So I failed in it. Maybe I have taken a financial decision which was not the way I thought it would happen. It may not have gone in the same direction. As a principal of the school, I made a policy, I made a practice, which later on could not no, work as well as I anticipated it. So these all are some of the situations in which all of us failed. So that is not something that failure should we should feel embarrassed. Do you know that this Edison, who invented bulb, how many times he made an attempt before the bulb was invented? I would love to check the responses. Please don't be scared. How many attempts do you think that he made before the bulb was invented? Just an idea. Don't Google it. Just what do you think? How many attempts? 5, 10, 20, 30? Yes, exactly. Great. Yes, perfectly. You all are very close to it. More than 1,000 attempts he has made. He failed 1,000 times. And it was after 1,000 attempts that the bulb was invented. Do you know what he said? He never said I failed. He said, I learned that there are 1,000 ways through which bulb cannot be made. So this is a perception. So this is your approach towards the life. This is, that shows your progressive and growth mindset. This is how you should have a rational beliefs about you. So keep on trying. We should not give up. Then we need to redesign, like how to your proper timetables. Yes, of course, yoga. There are some good de-stressors. So being educators, we generally have a lot, and means the society management, we have a lot of stakeholders, and everyone has lot of expectations from teachers. Parents want that the children should be an all-round personality. We have to make them successful in every domain. Parents want the child should be good in debate, in declamation, in quiz, in instruments, in every game and sport. The child should be academically, child should be good. He should be good in dance. He should be good in art, craft. Means there is hardly any domain. They want us that child should be spiritually inclined. He should be aesthetically strong. How's that possible? So these are undue expectations which are resting on the shoulders of the teacher. So automatically there is a chance that they will be stressed to fulfill the or to meet the aspirations of all the stakeholders. So we need to redesign all these things. We need to redesign, reinvent our associations, our aspirations. Then again, like, the kind of people we come across in life, I would strongly recommend that every teacher should have at least half an hour me time. Now you decide what in means what stimulates you, what motivates you, because the motivation level and the motivators vary from individual to individual. All of us, same thing cannot motivate. For someone, games and sports will motivate, others, yoga, meditation, dancing, singing, going to gym for workout, or listening good music, doing cycling, playing with the children, talking to the people, cooking. These all can act as a de-stressor. So sometimes whenever you feel that you're getting burnt out, you are getting over pressurized, go to the labs of nature. Just simply go to the labs of nature, plug in a soft music, look at the trees, the birds chirping, feel the gentle breeze. You will automatically be do dance, close yourself in a room, put on the music and start dancing. Go for playing, maybe badminton, cycling. These all are the best stress busters. So they take the toxic out of your life. They act as a detox for you. Then we need to think about our lifestyle. This modern lifestyle, staying late nights, and excessive use of social media. These all we need to contain, we need to plan, we need to restrict. Somewhere we need to put a cap. Yes, daily it's very important that all of us should be socially active. We need to update ourselves. So I would never say that don't use any social media. Yes, you should use social media to brand yourself rather than branding others. So you should share your achievements through the social media, but you should have a cap that in a day, how many hours I am going to uh, spend on the social media or on the screen, and at the same time, what kind of content I am going to see, and like looking at other status, looking at what people have uploaded, their reels, their stories. If you feel ki the reels, the stories of your colleagues or your competitors irritates you, so don't watch it. There is no need to check the status of the people whom you feel ki you will be irritated by watching that. You can leave it. So that's the informed choices we have to take in our life. So that decisions we have to take. So I have already talked in detail about the resilience. So that when you have that patience, that yes, everything good will happen to me, when you have that self-belief, when you express gratitude to the God, ki yes, whatever you have given, whatever situations I'm in, I'm happy. And trust me, all of you, our life graph is never like this. It's never stable. It's always zigzag, just like your ECG. So no one always stays on the top and no one always stays at the bottom. Every one of us will prosper, and everyone who is on top, you would take up anyone. There was a time when the first world power was Russia, USSR. Then it was America. So it's like the countries, there are many progressive countries which the world is looking forward, and in upcoming times there will be some other country which would be uh, you know the superpower. Similarly, if you talk about the wealthiest people, Forbes keeps on publishing its list. Sometimes it's Mark Zuckerberg has been on the top, Bill Gates have been there on the top for several years. And then, the people keep on changing. It's Mark Zuckerberg, and then it is Elon Musk, Jack Ma. So this way, no one always remains on the top. And similarly, the time changes for everyone. So, but you need to have that patience, that resilience. Yes, good times will come. But sometimes we are very close to the success. We are very close to our happiness and we give up. The moment we give up means you're out of the battle. So as a teacher, as an educator, you should be a lifelong learner and you should never give up. You should have this. Teaching is an indefatigable job. It's an untiring profession where you should keep on fighting, because if the teacher will give up, then we are the nation builders. Who will take care of this youth? Who will take care of the nation? So, my dear friends, you are doing a wonderful job, all of you, and always feel proud and happy that you are the educators. And really, it is teaching is only a profession which make all other professions, mm, all other professions, even it may be your education minister, the prime minister, the president, the chartered accountant, doctors, lawyers, whatnot. It's only the teacher who makes all the professions. So feel proud of it, that, and always, again, it's a limiting situation that whenever we have career talks, whenever we have career conclaves, whenever we are talking about careers with the children, we never promote teaching. Rarely we talk about our profession. So when every doctor will always talk about and will promote medical profession, every lawyer, every engineer, every politician, every sportsman, every musician, they will all promote their profession and see the sad state of affairs. We, the educators who prepare all the professions, we never propagate, we never promote our profession. Whenever there is a career talk, how many of you have ever talked to the children? Would you love to become a teacher, a principal, an educator, a professor, a lecturer? Have we ever talked about the merits of being, the social status you do possess? We rarely talk about our profession. This is why people don't want to. Yes, there are many other factors that people do not want to join the teaching profession because their perks are not lucrative. Your salary package is not that good. We do not have any incentives. I agree with all these, but apart from it, the respect in such a noble profession it is. We really talk about it with our children. So we should promote our profession too. So feel proud that you are a teacher. So mm, finally, oh, hope there is still a lot to cover. Actually, this is a very big presentation, which is almost of 6 hours complete training session, which I normally take. I try to cover and capture as much points possible. Mm. So I would finally sum up by saying that please try to manage the situations, stay resilient, spend some time for yourself. Do not postpone the things. Do meditation, yoga. As I said, find out that any me time like music, it's the best de-stressor. Going in the laps of nature, spending time with your family, going for shopping. So you need to find out that what enthuses you. As I said, motivation level will vary from the person to person. Even dance is the best de-stressor. Very important, take out time for yourself and think what attracts you, what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel satisfied. Do some self introspection, and every day before you go to sleep, pat yourself because teachers are someone who are really appreciated and admired. Your principals, your higher ups, they will always pinpoint the shortcomings, but the good deeds, your good efforts, they may not remain unnoticed, but you do not get the due appreciation. So please don't wait for someone ki someone outsider will come, will admire you, will pat you, will inspire you. So you yourself pat yourself, think about what good I have done. And every day when you go to your school, when you go to your office, when you go to your workstation, so think one thing that today I have to make a difference. Today I have to touch the lives. Today I have to inspire the students. Today I have to do something good. And at the end of the day, just recollect what good things you have done, which child you have helped, which child you have supported. The sense of satisfaction, the bliss would be eternal, and you will have a wonderful sleep and you will feel so proud of your action. So, my dear teachers, start touching the lives, start making a difference. Never think that what I can do alone. गांधी जी ने कहा कि मैं अकेला ही चला था कि लोग मिलते गए और कारवां बनता गया. So it's always like this. Never underestimate your problem. So these here are some of the tips like doing exercising, taking a nap, laps of nature. All of you know these all things very well. But thing is, in daily life, we got so much busy and occupied that we do not take time for ourselves for which we are responsible, and then we blame others. So please stop blaming others for the stress, for the failures, for the situations which you are facing. You only, it's your problem, it's your life, and solution lies with you. So with this, I wrap up my session. In case this is my uh, handle of Instagram, you can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, and on all the social platforms. I'm there even on LinkedIn with Dheeraj Mohanpuri. Now the house is open. I'm happy to take any kind of problems you do have. So any kind, any way I can help you out, please feel free. That's all from my end. I hope I was able to do justice with the topic and the time assigned to me, though I have exceeded the time given. But this was really a 6 hour session, which I somehow tried that I can wrap it in 1.5 to 2 hours. I am open for the questions. Anything you want to ask me, it be related to your profession, classroom management, anything. you are most welcome. If the organizers allow you to unmute, you can unmute, can ask the question, or you can even write in the chat box. I will see that if I can give you any amicable advice on that.
The participants have the opportunity to unmute and speak to doctor. Dr. Rashmi Tyagi, ma'am, if you would like to give some feedback, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, I am dropping my contact number in case anyone needs it.
Sir, it was fantabulous. Today's, session which you have done, it was fantabulous. Fantastic, and it was fabulous. And it was so informative, and it was so much close to the heart of the people of, today's time. And you have put in all your strength in explaining to us and guiding us that how we can de-stress ourselves, which is very important. And I will like to tell the audience that we have, connected with him at the fag end of the day. And he was in the office, still he's in the office for us. So that shows us that what kind of a, teacher you are. Because, just giving the knowledge to others, that is what a teacher does. And we have got so much, help from you to just de-stress ourselves. So thank you so much. And I will now invite the people from audience to ask anything they want. Thank you very much. We are grateful to you, Neeraj sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Nihal Gunaratna, sir, we'd like to hear from you as well.
So I have been in the session throughout the 1.5 hour, and thank you very much, sir, for your insightful and very effective presentation. Actually, we learned a lot from you, and we also, every one of us, any time of life or some time of life, we have stress. So I'm an administrator. Always I have stress. I think your presentation will help me to reduce my stress and to rearrange my lifestyle. Thank you very much. And also Dr. Rashmi Tyagi, I think.
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Yeah. And Mr. Kamal Goda, thank you very much for you, especially for you giving us this golden opportunity to have this type of presentation and knowledge. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure, sir.
Now it's open to all of you, dear participants. You're welcome to speak to Professor and even to thank him or ask any questions if you have. Because I'm sure has so much more to tell us and so much more we can learn from him. So this is the opportunity we have. So it would be good if you can ask some questions now.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. First of all, I would like to thank you because I felt this session is for me because we are full of stress. I think others also, other teachers and all the participants must have felt the same feeling. Actually, we have a stressful life. So from your session, actually we learned how to reduce our stress because not only internal, external, and all the actually it's a very valuable session, sir. And I just suggest you just give us steps how to relieve the stress of the children also, because they don't have only academic stress. Sometimes they have stress in the environment. That means the house background, the environment they live. So there are so many children suffer from these stress. So yes, if you can give us steps, some steps to us, it will be very useful to you, to us, sir. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, for this, it's a wonderful question which you have asked. First thing, and you weed out the concept stress from your life. Means from today itself, the moment this meeting gets over, never ever think that there is anything which perturbs you or anything which makes you feel stressed. First thing that try to strike balance and don't mix your personal and professional life. When you are in your school, forget about everything what's happening at your home with your family, whether food is ready or not, clothes are dried up or not, maid has come or not, what about your mother-in-law, father-in-law, mother, brother, sister, forget about all the worries. And when you go back home, do not carry any kind of official workload with you. So first, this is the prominent thing that we should learn, that how to balance between personal and professional life. Till you will keep on mixing the things, you will always remain perplexed. You will be bewildered throughout your life. Second thing, as I said, very, very important. Living is an art, actually. And the people, those who are in developing and underdeveloped countries, if you will compare them with the people of the developed countries, they have mastered how to live the life. But in our case, life is acting on us. We are not living the life. So it's very important and pertinent for all of us that we reserve and fix some me time. Very important. You start implementing my humble request to all of you, please do two activities today before you sleep. Number one, just recollect your full day's routine and think what good you have done. When you recollect the good deeds of yours and you appreciate yourself, you will feel proud. Your cortisols, that is happy hormones, they will be secreted in the body automatically. You will be very positive oriented person. You will feel proud of yourself. And fix something as a me time. Let it be dance or music. Please start practicing it. We give our best to our organization, to our family. Full life we struggle for others. And we do not spare even 10 minutes in a day for ourselves. Start with 10 minutes and eventually keep on increasing it. When you are happy with yourself, you will always spread happiness. You will never feel that there is anything which disturbs you, which perturbs you. You will be totally a new version of yourself. Just these two things you practice, you will feel happiness around and you will be the best person. So take out me time and don't mix up the things. Feel gratitude for whatever is happening in life. And any problem comes, stay as much cool as you can. As cool as you can. Just practice these 3-4 things. You will find that life is happening and your life is changed and transformed. I can guarantee on this. And today, please do these two things. All of you must do. I strongly vouch for it. One, appreciate yourself for the good you have done today. And second, before going today, find that 5 minutes of me time for yourself. Maybe dance, maybe cooking, maybe going out on a terrace in an open. Just go and watch the sky. Just see the nature around. Listen music. Tap your feet. Do something. And then sleep. It's not a rocket science. It's simply the way of life.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for our valuable answer. Actually, half of our stress reduced from this talk. Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure.
So, on behalf of the International Association for Quality Education, I would like to once again thank Professor Neeraj Mohanpuri for this very interesting lecture. Normally, we would feel very tired after a lecture, but somehow this has refreshed us and we feel really good after listening to you. And I think you spread that relaxed atmosphere to all of us. So, thank you so much. And we would really like
It's indeed an honor for me.
many more lectures from you, sir. We would like to learn a lot more. Thank you so much.
It all depends upon the organizations that being an educator, I always feel happy interacting with the people and disseminating whatever I have with me. So anytime, you all are most welcome.
Thank you so much.
And I will request if any pictures were captured during this session, if they are shared, I would really admire that.
Of course, sir. And we will be posting this on YouTube, so we'll send the link to you as well. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and we will see you again with the next lecture tomorrow. Ayubovan, Vanakkam, and Namaste. Good night, everyone.
Good night, all of you. God bless you. Please keep learning and keep contributing. Thank you very much, Kamal Gode sir and Tyagi ma'am, for giving me this chance.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.